he delivered, but he didn't come in.
This morning?
Oh,
No, you were out. You were somewhere.
He wasn't. Where was my father? Out.
Maybe you were sleeping. I don't know.
No.
No, he didn't go out one.
Where was he?
Out.
I think
Was
it
that
was
today he came?
Yeah, it was this morning.
I know
What
I
did
missed
the
He
it.
brought the apple pie and some hot meal.
brought
and
the apple pie?
He brought the apple
Yes,
pie
and
and a
what
little
do you think
and a
he
little
bought?
container of milk.
And it was so hot he could put it in the refrigerator.
Right. Right.
Oh,
We were out. It was 9 o'clock.
Because he told me he had come one other day.
Oh.
See, I don't know whether they do it every week or how they have to get a driver. I was wondering, I was waiting for the Meals on Wheels. I said, yeah, I wonder what happened. I didn't know he came, but he
Put it on the
came.
table because it was too hot.
No, he brought a big pie. I don't know if it's apple or not, but it was a big pie.
Yes, apple, I think.
It's like a Thanksgiving pie.
Yeah.
Now, this woman I'm talking about who said, I know you, in our conversation, I mentioned I'm diabetic. She took away something you would have loved, chocolate-covered donuts.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted me both back. She said, oh, well, you're not getting this. So she took it to the car, and she bought something back, like rye bread. But you know, what Publix and Walmart do is give them all the leftovers, day over.
Right.
And it's funny. The next day, another man delivers, and he gives me the
The same
chocolate-covered donuts. So much for... Then I heard she told the head, don't send him sweets. Now,
But it
see,
was good with the apple pie.
Really?
so here I have the apple pie, and I got that coffee cake. I try to take little pieces, you know. I love my sweets,
Yeah.
but they don't love me.
You want the apple pie?
So Al
gotta
was
eat
here
it.
today.
Yeah, Al, that's his name. Yeah.
You know what it really is? Albino.
Really?
Albino Bismonti. He's from Manila.
Yeah, very sweet guy, yeah.
Now, we can't figure out, was he married? Is he
He brings
married?
girl. He brings Philippine girls.
You know, we can't, you don't want to ask him either. Say, are you married?
Right.
He's too busy.
No, he seems to always be alone, though.
Yeah.
And he worked on one of the nights, you know. I saw my paperwork when I became a Sir Knight. When you go to 4th degree, you go first degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree, 4th degree, you wear a tux. Oh, that's a question I have for you. I got this great tuxedo.
Yeah.
I don't know, Derek doesn't have a tuxedo.
Derek has two.
Actually, he has two. Yeah.
He does?
The man, yeah, he dresses up. I mean, he's,
Oh,
Yeah.
from when he was a DJ.
I know.
I know.
Well, I love it to Brian. It's a beautiful.
How are you getting your tuxedo?
It's a beautiful tux. You know, John got it like wholesale because he rents
Twice
out
as
to
big as
some
that.
Italian. What's the hell is his name? Barrigella. John got a tuxedo and I got a tuxedo, and you know it's outstanding material. Like but I don't know.
what
I
about-
have no function. I guess I have to take it. You
What
know.
about the size? I mean, isn't that twice as big as
Well,
Derek?
Brian and Derek could probably fit. Now they lost weight, it'll
Lost
probably
weight.
look nice on me, but I would have a chance.
It's tremendous. What is it, a 48 or something?
well, Derek's no skinny malink anymore, but
No, he's putting on. Well,
I mean, he's not
well, he's no
he's
longer.
not fat, but he filled out.
He's not 18 anymore.
Exactly. He's a man.
I'm noticing
right?
how she's filling out since she's eating.
Yeah.
Her legs are different. You know, she used to have like nothing on her legs. Now her
You got,
thighs.
dance,
swollen, they look horrible.
you got dancer's legs again.
They're swollen legs. They're full of water.
Yeah, I guess
They're
that's
leaking
part
like
of it.
faucets.
See, that's what they did when I went to the hospital a year ago for the embolism, pulmonary embolism. That was a very dangerous. Years ago, you never came home from the hospital, but nowadays, Jesus, they keep you going. They drained the water around my lungs, and that's most of what I lost. I lost like 20 pounds.
What do you weigh now?
I'm 180.
And what was your top number?
250.
250. Right.
Oh, that's only one time. I have to look at my record. See, they wanted me to keep a
Right.
daily record.
Right.
I used to be 249. I didn't hit 250.
Yeah.
I was 249. That's middle linebacker. Except I can't move now. But now, my latest, I've been down to 184, 183. Now I moved up a little. 85 and 86. I'm eating better.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a few
When you
weeks...
get to the new place, you're gonna eat great, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, it's gonna
they
be-
serve... See, I'm a big breakfast guy.
Right.
Everything in the morning I like. Bacon, scrambled eggs, regular eggs. She likes sunny side. The only egg she eats is sunny side up. We went to
That was good
Denny's
this
one
morning
day.
without an egg.
And you know what they
Yeah.
charge? You know, Denny's rather give you a pancake with the egg.
Right.
And she asked for bread, toast. They charge her like 75 cents for 2 pieces of toasted. Couldn't believe it, but you know.
Yeah, but we had
She didn't want
a
pancake.
McMuffin without the egg.
Right.
That was good. The
Oh,
sauce-
lucky you and Candy today? Yeah.
Yeah, I had it with the cheese.
Right.
$1. It's good. It's a good muffin.
It's nice down here now. There's very few people here, so
Oh,
it's very
there's
easy to
nobody.
get
Oh,
around.
we got our town back.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You couldn't
Yeah.
even get out of the
Yeah,
traffic.
right.
But what about
And
the
every
store
plate was out of state. Michigan, Indiana. You can't believe it. Wisconsin.
But how did the guys
Not many
live?
New York. You know, you think New York would like this. See, New York, it's funny how New York founded Miami, all the Jews.
Right.
Remember Albert Young?
Yeah.
And, you know, he lived in that area, but he moved to a high class on a golf course. His house was on a golf course.
Did he play golf? He didn't look like much of a
No,
golfer.
he wasn't,
yeah.
I don't think he was a golfer. He was a drinker. He used to be a pharmacist.
Closet
He said,
drinker.
come on, Joe, we got along very well. We used to go out on double dates on weekends because we don't drink. His wife wanted to keep him away from drink.
Right.
He drank vodka.
But
it
what
looked
he
like
used
water.
to do when he's going into town to check his mail,
He couldn't
come
have
on,
ice
Joe,
cream.
take a ride with me. We'd ride, he'd pull out all these airline whiskey,
Vodka.
Oh, yeah, the little bottles.
Southern
yeah.
Comfort.
Yeah.
He'd drink it and throw it in the woods. So you got no
He was a
evidence.
stocky little guy, right?
Yeah, stock. You ever hear the story how he died?
No.
He was coming up one year, and he wanted to have a little procedure on his heart, you know.
In Texas.
And his wife tells us the story down, you know where he went? To that classy heart clinic in Dallas, Texas. He goes in, and then later on his wife is in a waiting room, and the doctor says, we lost your husband on the operating table.
They had a
You know, he
student.
went in for a procedure.
Right.
He didn't go in for thoracic surgery.
But he didn't do
but-
the operation. Students did the operation.
See, that's probably what happened. Some student did it. You know, it was
It was
a
a teaching
training.
Did they make any money off of that?
I don't know.
It was a lawsuit, but I don't know what happened.
I don't know how they.
They
In other words, he wasn't expected to die.
Yeah.
But you die.
bypassed.
And the way they break it to you, we lost your
You
husband.
lost-
No, they were very cold about
Like
it.
he was misplaced.
Yeah.
Well, I always remembered.
He
I
was a
was
Swedish
visiting my
person.
dad. Uncle Joe, he died first, Uncle Joe. My Uncle Joe was in a hospital in Brooklyn. And you know, that was my territory, so I tried to finagle that I was in his area and dropped in to see him every day. My father was suspicious he had cancer. You know what he had? Cancer of the esophagus.
Your Uncle Joe?
Uncle Joe, he couldn't.
smoker.
Guess
Yeah.
what? He couldn't swallow coffee. Can you imagine? That was the end. So he's in the hospital, and the doctor broke the word to his wife. You know, he's alive. We're keeping him going. And then Uncle Joe, you rally a little bit before you die. And he started eating pies and these stuff. So I brought him in something, and I come in one morning, and there's nobody in the bed, and it's Maid. I said, where's my uncle? Oh, he expired at 11 this morning, they said. Expired. They don't. And then the next time my dad on a week, I used to drop in and see my dad every weekend, every day. And then on the weekends, he said, oh, go out to Nina and Amagansett. So near the end, well, you never know when the end is, but almost the end, he was getting very, very sentimental. He was talking to my wife. Was I a good husband, you know? What are you going to say? You a bad husband? And all the kids were around him. And that weekend, he sent me out to the Hamptons. So I come in on a Sunday night just to see him. And his bed was vacant.
Who was older?
My father. He was only a year older, but he died a few years later. Uncle Joe died in his 50s, like her father died, 57. And you know, today's standards, that's
It's a pretty young man.
pretty
Have the
young.
same thing here.